Jackie and Dale, everyone, let's just flutter our fingers and flow that love energy towards them. Just, whew. Jackie, what a beautiful day we're having with you. And Dale, thank you so much, both of you. Blessings, CCL. What a grateful moment this is in my heart. It's this expansion of this essence of beingness, which we all are, and which we have affirmed throughout this service today, coming into this moment. Let's all just breathe this in. And rather than any kind of constriction, let it grow, let it flow, let it open, let it grace each space that we are in, and this space we call CCL service this morning. This creation outside of time and space as the oneness expression of the holiness of all that is through you. Our conversation this morning started with a conversation from the Radiant Sutras. This is, they are an ancient sutra. They have been translated by Lauren Roche. This is the version that we have. And the best part about this, I love this so much. Love is particular. Love is particular. It is the one thing that we love that makes a difference. When we love someone, when we turn our attention to someone or something or some being, if we need to take animals or trees to the side of someone, but let's just now call us someone, all things, a tangible, touchable someone, something, some beingness. The whole world opens up. Isn't that interesting? It's in our specific loving. If you want to know the whole universe, love one person, one being that you can touch. One tree, one rock, one animal, one child, one friend, one parent. Just choose one and love with all your heart. This is the secret teaching. Secret teaching. Go deeper. Go past all the frustrations and irritations and upsettingness and what it is that animals will do, what it is that trees will do, what it is that other humans do to get in our way, to make our life hard, or so we think. Go deeper. Go deeper and see yourself in the roots. The gift of this concentration is the spaciousness that breaks through and surrounds it. Focus illumines immensity. The immensity of the universe is in your focus on one. So we all know how easy that is, right? It is so easy, isn't it? When we just say, oh, we love everything, we love everyone, and ain't it great, and isn't it grand, and we sing together, we're like, yes, and we're all brothers and sisters in love, and we're all one in love, and we get down, and we're like, we're all one, and in this oneness, we're all the same, and we dissolve any difference and any separation, and all we need to do is come out of that prayer for 1 minute and have something cross in front of us that we aren't expecting, and all of a sudden we don't love that thing quite so much because somehow it has gotten in our way. How do we do that? You know, it comes from some form of fear. Some form of fear just throws itself. There's not enough time, there's not enough space, there's not enough for me, I won't get my needs met. It's called our survival. It's our survival. And it gets in the way of our true loving experience. If we can recognize it for what it is, oh my gosh, I'm having a survival moment. Some people call them ego moments. It's really just the part of us that wants us to survive every moment intact and whole. And when something thwarts that, it shows up as fear. We call it a nervous system attack. We call it whatever we want to call it. But fear is what it is. And this morning, I want you to know, I want you to really land, like, let's think about this. If you weren't the slightest bit afraid ever, what reason would you have to push someone away? If they were just doing them and you were just doing you, and there was no fear of lack, like if they went away, you wouldn't have enough of something. If they went away, you wouldn't get to eat. If they went away, you would be harmed in some way. If there was no fear around this person, or if they stay, something could happen. If there was no fear, why not love them? On the internet the other day, there was this great meme, I guess, posted that said, "I love you." And then underneath it said, "If people can hate people for no reason, I can love you for no reason." And that is the truth of it. There is no reason not to love each other, except all the reasons that we have inside us when we are thwarted in any way, and we feel some kind of threat, some kind of scarcity, some kind of way that things come unfolded. So what I wanted to talk to you about this morning is a practice, something we can play with together. And it's from one of my teachers, and her name is Kathleen Hendricks. And it's called Facing and Accepting. And what we're going to do is we're going to all conjure. There might be a little forgiveness in here too if we sneak it in. But let's start with facing. Let's take this moment to think of one person or one being who in some way elicits fear in you, or scarcity, or worry, or doubt, something beyond loving, even though maybe you loved them once, or maybe you've never loved them. Maybe they are on the outside of what you think is lovable. Choose one. Today we're choosing one. So let's just take this moment. If your eyes are not closed, it doesn't matter. You can look around your room. You might even see something that reminds you. It might be that you're just temporarily furious or hurt or wounded in some way. It might be that you've been that way for a long time. I want you to take that thing, that person, that being, and place it behind you, safely tucked away in your unconscious, out of your view, and let it be there. Find the one. If we do this together, you're going to have an amazing experience, an opening. Find the one. Does everybody have the one? I'm looking around. I hope you do. And in this one, finding this one, from the place it's tucked in behind us, we gently turn our attention towards that, gently saying, "I see you. I see you. I see you." And gently turning our attention, we know that this person has no ability to hurt, harm, or endanger us in any way. This being has no ability to do this in this moment in any way. As we conjure this in our imagination, we bring ourselves into a space with our breath where we keep breathing. And we know we're here as a group and we are loving each other. We are loving this beingness, this being. We allow ourselves to turn our attention more completely towards this, knowing that we are surrounded in love, and in this surrounded field of love, there is nothing here that can hurt or harm or endanger us, including a memory. We can simply turn gently. You may not get all the way there, you may not stare at it all the way, but what we're going to do next is we're going to take a moment to breathe again in this space. Now, if this being that you completely love has not today or not in this moment any thwarting of you or anything that's upsetting you, that's wonderful. Just let that be there. And what we're calling up today is the differences between us. What is it that makes us feel the slightest bit afraid of each other? Of something being different? Something not quite the way we expect it to be? This is not our highest intelligence that is guiding us here. When we feel afraid, it's our lowest intelligence. It's our instinctual more animalistic nervous system intelligence that says, kill or be killed. I must make it through this moment. Our higher intelligence says, let me look more closely. Is this true? Of course, if there's someone in your environment who is hurting you in any way, we will hold our boundaries and we will keep ourselves safe from that. In this moment, we are speaking of this higher realm of holding all in the thought, possibility that no one is ever doing anything wrong. This is a grand leap of faith. This is an opening ourselves to a possibility that we can love in the particular, because we will tell ourselves frequently, others are doing something wrong. We have someone in mind or some being in mind. And perhaps this might even land on yourself. And you turn your attention and accept everything about this other being. In this breath, let your breath get regulated, knowing you're in a very safe room, in a very safe place, in a field of energy that will not allow harm or endangerment. It simply isn't in this field. In this field, we encounter one other. You are in charge of this encounter. As far away upon the horizon, or as close as you want, bring this in. Today we are on a journey together, and the power and the love of our consciousness is holding us together as one. This is the strength and the beauty of love right here. Loving this moment, in this present moment, we are loving all, and in that allness, we are strengthened. We are whole. We are strong. We are holy. We are intuitive. We are blessed. We can see, truly see, beyond any circumstances, beyond any temporary circumstances. Truly, we see ourselves in each other, reflections of divine truth and human beingness. In this next full breath, can we allow this person to exist, this being to exist? Can we allow it to exist without our judgment? Acceptance. Acceptance is the only way to the heart and soul and mind of God. Any judgmental thought will drop us into fear, doubt, or worry. As we rise above with this next breath again, can we allow ourselves to draw in this beingness with full acceptance? This process is returning you to love. Open, expansive, full, no barriers within. As Rumi would say, ours is not to seek for love, but to seek for the barriers to love. Our judgments of others, our unwillingness to accept, these are our barriers to love. As we breathe together again, we regulate ourselves, our wholeness, our loving. We have the experience of including all as God is including all. We may be granted the ability to become one. In the field of consciousness, we call God. In the field of love, we call God. In this infinite, ever-expanding field, we know that everything is held as love. If we want love, we become love in this acceptance. We breathe again together today in this holy, holy space. We allow ourselves to choose acceptance or not. This is each of our choice. In fact, we know that sometimes acceptance takes its time. Sometimes forgiveness, which is the letting go that leads to acceptance, takes time. We also know from the holiest of holies and from personal experience that it can happen in an instant. And so I invite you to hold this journey, this adventure that we have stepped into today in a gentle place for your continued discovery wherever you got with it. This does not limit your choice of acceptance or forgiveness or letting go, does not limit the love in the world. It does not limit the love that you are given. The only thing it limits is the love that you receive, the love that you can fill your heart with, the place that we call heaven within us, that helps us walk on this earth as brave and holy, beneficial, blessing. Each of us have these places within us, there is no doubt. Every single one of us have little pockets where we can go and open and embrace and accept. And this invitation opens you to all that is good. Any seeker on the path will find that each being that has given us an opportunity to work through our judgments gives us the gift of life, of eternal life, of intentional life, of expressions of joy beyond our imaginings, of ecstatic beauty and love. all of which is the essence of you, the source of you that we call God, or infinite intelligence, or love, or many, many other names. So I invite you this morning to keep this place holy within you. As I tell you a story of this experience for myself. One day in a seminar, I was invited to do this process. And the invitation included the person telling me everything they thought about the thing that upset me the most. And the whole time, my job was to sit and breathe and bless. I love you. God bless you. Your behavior, your opinions have nothing to do with this. I love you. God bless you. I love you. God bless you. At the end of this time, what happened in this reading, what is part of this reading, is what happened in every grouping in this room. Was that as the acceptance of who and what and how and the beingness of the humanness of the ancestry and the heredity and the teachings and all that came together in the opinions and actions of the person in front of me, they could not convince me they were not love. They were not anything but love to me. And so I invite you to open your eyes and look around this room that we are in today and breathe with me into this moment. See who you see, or stay with the one on the inside if that is more true for you today. See who you see. Love who you see. With this simple blessing, God bless you. I love you. 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 And so we step into prayer this morning and we speak this prayer. We speak this prayer gracefully, holy, blessing. We are one. We open this field again, knowing that this field is right where we stand today. We are the divine heart center blessing. The energy of this loving is not a thing. It is a space that inhabits us all. And today, right here and now, each of us stand in this place of holiness at choice, allowing the source of all that is to fill us with itself, remembering the self is us, remembering that we are the hologram of the whole, that we are the drop that is the ocean, that we are the inhabited of love. That as we remember that all around us is holy, that everything is a blessing, everything is a gift, as we accept, truly accept this as our birthright, we become all of this. And we take this moment to hear these words again from the Radiant Sutras. All of this talk of purity and impurity, these are just opinions. Beyond them are the astonishing energies of creation. Rays of light from a trillion suns illumine the altar of your sky. Rolling blue-green ocean's sanctity of the air you breathe. In this moment, you are inhaling their blessing. Who are you to call any of this pure or impure? Find the center around which everything revolves. Stand here and be flooded with joy. In the deep gratefulness of our hearts, we say, and so it is.